Here is Palm. I had to cut her leaf, one of her leaves, because it was dying. It's been in the dying process for literally months now, but it was finally getting to the point where it was just looking really awful. I don't feel too bad because I think that was one of her original leaves. Like, she's had that leaf since I purchased her in 2021. Goodness, I think I purchased her in it's been almost a year. We need to have a birthday party. It's okay, and she'll grow another leaf at some point, just like Walter Dennis was dormant for a long time, and then he sprouted this new leaf, which you guys remember, and now it's huge. This is her only leaf right now, but it's extremely healthy, and yeah, there's no yellowing or holes or anything, so it's just time for that leaf to go, I guess. I don't know. But I do this thing where whenever I have to cut off a leaf or whenever I lose a leaf, I save it for a while, so I'm going to show you guys the leaf. Here's the leaf. It's now extremely yellow. It was not this yellow when I initially cut it, but it was pretty yellow. But obviously, since I cut it off, it has turned more yellow. And it's always had this little hole. I'm assuming some little bug came through when she was at Home Depot and chewed straight through her leaf, but it hung in there for an entire year. Over a year, because obviously she had that leaf before I bought her, so she's a trooper. This leaf is almost as big as my head. That's crazy. I was able to get into my classes. Well, I'm still trying to get into one class, and we'll see what happens, because you need a prerequisite, but I feel like the prerequisite is kind of not necessary. The other day I was filming and I started kind of, not really going on a rant about my professor, but just I was like, it kind of feels like he has a low-key attitude. Maybe he did. I'm not gonna take it personal. Then I got a message from this app that my friend Whitney actually told me about years ago now, and I've literally had it on my phone ever since, called Trading Up. And they actually changed the name to Enjoy God Every Day, I think. And it's sends you little messages and scriptures twice a day. Tell me why after I filmed that video and after the interaction I had with my professor, I got a message from the app, and it was Journey, instead of being annoyed with people, pray for them. I said, oh, God. Look, the way God convicted me, I was like, oh, because I was irritated, and I'm still kind of irritated, if I'm being quite honest. I said I'm not going to take it personal, and I'm not, but I'm still irritated because I'm just okay, what's going on? I just thought that was funny, and I was like, Lord, help me, because I be getting annoyed with people sometimes, and I don't be praying for them. That's my first reaction. Prayer needs to be my first reaction to people who get on my nerves. Anyways, I've been taking photos of strangers inside the grocery store with my phone. Because one of the things on my bucket list for summer is to do street photography portraits. So this isn't the streets, but it's on a street. Hey guys, I wasn't gonna talk about these things until like after they were like sorted out, I think, because I just feel embarrassed, I guess, about it, which is really stupid, but that's how I feel. I think we all probably struggle with this to a certain extent, but I struggle a lot with like comparing myself to other people, and not just like physically, but just like lifestyle, you know. And I'm only 23, although I'm about to be 24 in what, oh my gosh, 12 days. I'm gonna be 24 in 12 days. That doesn't feel real. Less than 2 weeks. That's actually scary. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm only 23, but at the same time, like right now, and I allude to this a lot in my videos by saying something along the lines of, I'm just not where I want to be in life right now. But let's talk about the details. I'm not gonna, divulge everything, obviously. I don't have a job right now. I decided to leave my job last year. It's been almost a year that I have not had a job. I've been applying to jobs. I've been hearing back from some. Haven't heard back from some. I've been doing interviews. Obviously, those haven't gone according to plan because I'm still unemployed. I just got my license, which I know I'm still very happy about and I need to continue to be happy about. I don't have a car. I'm currently looking for a car, potentially going to look at one this week, as a matter of fact. And I live at home, which is, there's a lot of 20-somethings that live at home still. I kind of don't have a life. Like, I feel like I'm just now starting to get back on track, I guess. I'm not in school. I took this semester off for personal reasons. I'm going back in August. I got enrolled in all of my classes, thank God. And I have a testimony about that I want to share. I try not to feel bummed out about it, but like some days I just feel really inadequate. And it's like nothing is ever enough. Like, even when I had my job, I didn't have my license. I was Ubering to work every single day and to school and taking the bus. But I was in school and I was working at my dream job at the time, actually, which was working as an after-school program teacher. And I worked there for years. But I still didn't feel good enough at that time either, because I was like, oh, well, I need to get my license. I need to get a car. I need to be doing more still. Now, I'm not in school. I don't have a car. I have my license, which I need to be grateful about. That's what I'm trying to say is like, I feel like I'm never satisfied, which is not good. It just feels like COVID like really derailed everything. And that's something else I wanted to talk about is like, is anyone else still like, I don't know, suffering from some kind of negative side effect of being in the pandemic? Like, I realize that the country is pretty much trying to say the pandemic is over and like go back to normal life. And a lot of people are on board with that. But is anyone else still like, I don't know, like traumatized or like just anxious? Like, my social anxiety has gotten so bad since the pandemic started. It's gotten really bad. Like, I can barely hold a conversation because I'm always on edge. I'm not fully participating in, being involved in whatever conversation I'm having. Like, my mind is somewhere else at the same time. Like, I'm worrying about something else. It just feels like more of a chore now, to even talk to people, because I'm just like, okay, well, I have other things to worry about, which is kind of selfish, I guess. I'm not saying it to like come from a place of selfishness, but I'm just like, I don't know. It's taxing now to do anything social. Like, even if you're not talking to someone, like going to the grocery store, going anywhere is taxing now. Am I the only one that feels that way? Everyone is suffering somehow, I think, from, the residual effects of coronavirus, whether they had it or not. I don't mean like the sickness itself, as in they had COVID. The toll it took on society, that's what I'm trying to say. Are we going to acknowledge it? I don't know. I haven't watched the news in a while, so I really don't know what's going on in the world right now. I deleted the major news apps on my phone, because I was getting stressed out from the chaos. I only have my local news app on now, because they really don't like talk about anything. It's like not like the international news sources where it's like these major headlines that used to pop up on my phone, and I was literally getting depressed. Something popped up one day, and I read it, and I was just so disturbed, and I was like, I can't do this anymore, and I deleted it. I don't know. So that's what I was trying to say. I don't know how the government or the media is addressing this season that we're in right now of supposed post-pandemic. Because from what I can see, people are losing their minds. And I kind of feel like I'm one of them. I haven't lost my mind. Thank you, Jesus. But I'm still like struggling to go back to normal. And I wasn't even normal before. That's the truth right now. I know there's no timeline to meeting certain goals, but it doesn't mean I don't still struggle to feel good enough. Something else I've been struggling with is maintaining my friendships. I have not hung out with any of my friends in, I don't even know, like at least a year now, I think. Like the last time I hung out with one of my friends, it's been like a year, I'm pretty sure, or almost a year, or more or less. I don't really talk to my friends consistently. And initially that was because I was just like very depressed. I still struggle with depression, but I've been feeling a lot better in the last couple months. I thought I had an armrest. And so I just didn't have energy to give to my friends. And now I'm like, well, I've already been absent for this long, so it's like, I don't know. And it's not that I don't care about my friends. And I don't want to like get back on track to having normal conversations with them and like building our relationships. But I think part of it is just like being afraid that I'm going to like retreat again because of whatever it is I'm going through. And it'll just be like, what was the point? I don't know if any of this is making sense. I've been feeling really guilty for a long time to the point where I like, never mind, I'm not even gonna get into that. Excuse me. I don't know what to do about that. Like, I mean, I have plans in my head for like just reaching out and being like, hey, I don't know, let's hang out, let's talk, do something. Sorry I've been absent. I just haven't done it yet because I guess I'm just trying to get to a place where like I feel worthy enough. I'm just dishing it out right now. These are the things that have been going on in my life. My circle of friends, I don't even know. Sometimes sometimes I wonder how many friends I actually have because like I said, and that's not anyone's fault, like except mine. The reason I say that is because I've like neglected so many of my friendships. I don't know what to do about it, honestly. I mean, I do. I just don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know when I'm going to like actually reach out to any of them to hang out. And if you're my friend and you're watching this, please don't be offended. Like, no one has done anything to me to make me feel like, you know, I don't want to be friends with them anymore or something. I guess I just don't. I really feel bad even saying it because why would your friends even say this to you? This is how I know these are just like my anxious and negative thoughts. I just don't want them to be like, oh, well, you're a loser right now. You don't have a life. Because, I mean, I think that's just me projecting my insecurities onto other people. So I guess I figured it out. I feel like I need to get my life together before I feel comfortable hanging out and talking to people. I just get really anxious when people start asking me questions about my life. And I was talking to my mom about that. And I think I just need to work on that. Like, I just need to be like, you know what? Pray for me. Like, I don't have to give all the details, even though I kind of just gave you guys all the details. But yeah, pray for me. Anyways, good news. Good news. The testimony I wanted to share about my class, one of the classes I enrolled in, is God opened the door for me to get into a class that I technically don't, on paper, I guess, qualify for. But look, God will open the door. God will make you qualified. God can do anything. I'm kind of bummed though because the sleeves, you can't see the shoulders, which are really cute, but it's fine. Okay, so I have good news to share, and hopefully, no, this video is going up today. Today is May 12th, Thursday. It's going up today because I have been putting it off, partially because my phone hasn't been letting me transfer videos, but also because I haven't been trying enough. So it's currently 1 p.m. It will be up by 6. I forgot to share my little story about my driver's license, getting my driver's license, which I mentioned in a couple videos previous to this one, or segments previous to this one. I took my driver's test April 28th, 2022, which was now last month, and it was my third attempt, okay? My third attempt at the behind the wheel test. My first attempt was like shortly after I got my permit, I think, which was in like 2017, 2019. I can't even remember. It wasn't 2019. It might have been. I don't know. That was a fail. It was just an entire mess from start to finish because the instructor was late. It was rush hour traffic. I wasn't ready. I was stressed out. Everyone was stressed out. No. It was a fail. Second attempt, April 25th, 2022. Years later, okay? Years later, I didn't pass. I was very sad. I cried to my mom. She's the one who took me there. We went to go handle some business, and she said, check to see if there's more appointments for the end of this week, or for this week, because my permit was about to expire April 30th, which was a Saturday. So I was running out of time, and I would have had to get my permit renewed again, which is time and money and just a lot. There were appointments available for every single day that week with like a bunch of time slots available. So I booked for April 28th, and my mom, we were in the elevator, and my mom was like, let's declare in Jesus' name that by the end of the week, you're going to have your license. And we did, and I passed. I'm still very happy about it. Such a surreal feeling, because it was just surreal, man. I looked at the driver, the driving instructor, and he was like saying all the stuff that I needed improvement on and like stuff I did wrong, which in my opinion was like little stuff. I was like, well, it sounds like I didn't pass, or I take it that I didn't pass. And he was like, I'm not even going to repeat what he said because he kind of seemed like he had an attitude problem, but he was like, you got enough to pass. And I was like, I said I passed. I had to ask him again. I was like, I passed. And I did, and I got my license. That's testimony 1. Testimony 2 was I got into the class that I was trying to get into to complete my schedule for fall. And it's a science class. I have to take it for school. Science has nothing really to do with my major, but it's a required class. So I got in. I made an appointment with my advisor, with an advisor. It was crazy how the whole thing worked out, because I was trying to get into the class. I couldn't get in because I didn't meet the prerequisite. I went online. I was like, let me make an appointment with an advisor to see if they can get me in. There was an appointment for the very next day. I was like, cool, booked it. Go to the appointment. The woman's like, there's nothing I can do. We don't have the power to like bypass the system, which is what like basically I was asking her to do. And she was like, but here's what you can do. Email them saying this. Here's the contact information for the department that you're trying to get into for the class. As soon as we got off the appointment, I was like, okay, email them. Next day in the morning, it was like 10 or something in the morning, I get an email from the department, and they're like, you are in. Let us know if there's any issues. And yeah, and I was like, it was just all so smooth, and it was like God just kept opening door after door after door for me to get into this class. And it fits perfectly with the schedule that I wanted. I don't have to take any evening classes, which is what I was trying to avoid. God got my back, okay? And then there's something else I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, number 3, I'm going to look at a car tonight, and God seems to be opening doors for this situation as well, because I reached out to my friend Whitney. I always bring up Whitney because she's my best friend. I love her, and she's amazing, and I don't deserve her in my life. And she was like, make sure that you have a mechanic look at the car before you buy it to make sure everything's cool. I was like, I don't know any mechanics. She sent me a couple people that she knows. I contact one of them today, literally today, the day I'm going to see the car. And he's like, yeah, I'm available. Yeah, I can come meet you there. And I'm like, what? So that is working out right now. If everything checks out, then I'm gonna have a car like by the end of this week, and that's really exciting. So God is moving, and I'm just here. Everything so far has been working out smoothly. The seller has been really accommodating so far, and really understanding of the fact that like I'm asking all these questions, because I mean this is the hugest purchase of my life. That's what's happening today, and I'll update you guys. I guess it'll be in the next video because I'm posting today before I go. Maybe I'll just update you guys like in the comments or something. I don't know. Or you guys will just have to wait. Surprise. So we'll see what happens, and yeah, I'm I'm excited and a lot of things are happening right now. Back to the topic of my driver's license really quick. And this is really petty, but like my photo. I was so excited when I went to go check the mail and I saw that I got a letter from the DMV because I knew that it was my driver's license. And I didn't know what picture they were going to use because I had like 3 permits attached to the other one, and then I also have my California ID card, which is the only decent picture, by the way, is on that card. I didn't know what picture they were going to use. They used my most recent permit picture, and I forgot about that picture, to be honest, and that picture is ratchet. So I don't like my driver's license picture, and I have to wait until whatever the expiration date year is to get a new one. But it's fine, because as long as I have my license, I really don't even care. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thanks for being here. I don't know. All right. Bye.